Happy Friday, guys. What's up? Welcome into another episode of the Daily Juice Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Perrault. Every single morning, we are here, audio and video, giving you picks, plays, and information in the sports gambling world. Quick and easy, right to your inbox. Video found on the BettingPros YouTube channel. Audio found wherever you guys get your audio podcasts. You guys can follow me on social media at SportsTalkMatt. And this podcast being brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com. Promo code is JUICE in the search bar there at OmahaSteaks.com. That's going to give you a $30 off your order. They're already knocking off 50% because it's the semi-annual sale, but you get $30 off at OmahaSteaks.com right now with the promo code JUICE in the search bar at OmahaSteaks.com during their semi-annual sale. Okay, so a 4-1 mark the last 2 days. 2-0, 2-1. We were a half a point away from going 5-0. That's a bummer, but it was handicapped correctly. I was right there. I said 2017. The final score, 2016. Unfortunately, we don't get what we wanted. Will Levis looked phenomenal. That offense, they got something in that kid. Now, second half, some good adjustments made by the Steelers. And look, we're on the over 8.5 wins for the Steelers, so I was okay with the Steelers winning that game. I mean, it would have been really bad if they had won the game. Like, if the Titans had won 16-13, that would have been a bummer. But 5-3 now for the Steelers, heading towards just 4 more wins that they need here after 8 games. It's not bad, okay? We're sitting fairly decent with 9 games left. They just need to go 4-5 the rest of the way for us to get home here with 9 wins. So not bad. We'll see how that progresses, but that's a good future outcome for us, even though we did lose on the half a point on the hook for that because hockey came in. Bruins won in a shootout against Toronto, and Vegas took care of business easily here up against the Vegas was playing against my mind's not. I'm blanking who Vegas won. I'm blanking who they played. Sorry, Winnipeg. Thank you, Winnipeg, Matt. They played Winnipeg. So 2-1 night. We lost. We laid minus 120 juice on that team total, so we ended up losing there. So 0.8 units of profit, up 2.8 units the last 2 days. So we head towards the weekend with a chance to have a winning week. Quick thing. Tomorrow, the Penguins play the Sharks. They lost 10-1 last night. They are awful. Okay, and a lot of you guys are asking me to do a Oakland A's type of blind fade on the Sharks on the puck line. Not there yet. I'm coming around, okay? I'm coming around. I want to go. I probably won't do it for a month, but I may do it for 2 weeks, okay? I need to look at their schedule a little bit more. I'm going to do a deeper dive. Guarantee you I'm going to be on the puck line for the Penguins on Saturday, okay? That line's already out at certain books offshore, and there's some books here in America. I think they're going to put it up probably today in the morning, so it's probably not a bad idea. If you want to jump in, that's a Saturday hockey game. We can jump in on that, but puck line Penguins against the Sharks, I mean, they are just absolutely awful. So, not sure I'm going to do this like a blind thing where we're going to bet them all, but Penguins are on the road, Sharks are at home. It doesn't really matter, but that is something we might be entertaining in the near future, okay? Just to give you an idea how bad the Sharks are. They are really, really bad. I have got a college basketball future. First one. I'll give out a bunch of these I'm going to sprinkle these in over the next couple of days as we head towards the start of college basketball for the season next week. A lot of exhibition games going on in the start of the season. Officially, the start of the season for most teams will be somewhere in the what? Like on the 7th, looks like 6th or the 7th, somewhere in that range. So, next Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday. So I'll sprinkle in some college basketball futures, here during college football on Saturday and on Sunday for the NFL, maybe on Monday as well. But I got my first one of those for you. I have a 2-team moneyline parlay to give you guys, and I have a college football play to give you here on a Friday. But before we do that, let's talk about our friends at Fanimal. Have you guys used them yet? We know that hidden fees suck. Customer service can be tough, and coordinating with your friends to go to an event can be an absolute nightmare, whether it be a concert, a festival, basketball games, baseball games, hockey games, whatever. Fanimal's got tickets for you with no fees. The price you see is the price you pay. They also have this very cool patented group purchasing system that makes it easy to split payments with you and your friends so no one's left holding the bag. You don't commit until your friends do. Just pick the seats, Pick how many tickets you want to pay for yourself and send the link to your friends. When they join the group, everyone gets charged separately and your tickets are then secured. Fanimal has amazing customer service. Next time you guys need tickets, go to Fanimal.com or download the Fanimal app and use the promo code FanimalJuice for $20 off your first purchase. Fanimal Juice, $20 off your first purchase. Check out Fanimal and experience more. Okay, let's start with the college basketball future. And this is an absolute homer pick, but I don't care. If you know me, we made this bet last year. We almost got to cash this bet. I am taking a position with the hopes that they get to the Final Four. The Creighton Blue Jays last year went to the Elite Eight for the first time in school history. They're bringing back a better team than the team that went to the Elite Eight and lost to San Diego State with a trip to the Final Four on the line. The Creighton Blue Jays are 30-1 to win the college basketball national championship. Creighton has never gone to a Final Four. If they get to a Final Four, we get to bet against them. We bet against them in San Diego State. If you remember, we did end up betting against them anyway, and we got the 1 unit back. I am betting way more than 1 unit on this, but officially I'm putting 1 unit down on this, okay? It's 30-1. Now, I just watched my co-host on the Bostonian versus the Book do an incredible job with the futures and the exactas for the World Series. I'm not betting exactas here, but I'm going to start to build a portfolio. I've never done this. I'm going to build a portfolio. And if you guys want to come along with, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to have you guys come along and bet it if you want to. We're going to build a portfolio of multiple teams that we think that can win the college basketball national championship. Okay? I've done this personally before. I've never done it on the podcast before, so I'm going to do it on the podcast, okay? So if you're going to join in, you can't do it half-assed, okay? You can't come in and buy 1 or 2 tickets. Not going to work, okay? Either do it with me or don't. You guys are going to ask a million questions. Save them for the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat, okay? We tried doing something like this before, and you guys got all confused, all right? I'll try my best to keep it as simple as possible. The first bet, the Creighton Blue Jays to win the national championship at 30-1. Why? Ryan Kalkbrenner. Okay? Ryan Kalkbrenner is going to be awesome this year as long as he stays healthy. Back for his senior year, averaged 16 points a game last year, 6 rebounds, 2.1 blocks. First team All Big East, 11th player in league history to be a 2-time Big East Defensive Player of the Year. Guess what? He's going to be the 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. He is a preseason All-American by 24/7 Sports. He is a second-team All-American by CBS Sports. Fox Sports has him on the second team. College Hoops Today got him on the second team, okay? He is the first player in Creighton basketball history to twice earn preseason first-team All-Big East accolades, which he has. He's also on the preseason watch list for the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the best center in college basketball. He very well might win that. He's going to have some competition with Zach Edey at Purdue, who won it last year, but decent shot that he'll be in the conversation and or winning it himself. Trey Alexander is back for the Creighton Blue Jays. This kid could have a monster year. Junior year, preseason first team All Big East, a preseason third team All-American watch list for both 24/7 Sports and CBS Sports. He's on the preseason watch list for the Jerry West Award for the best shooting guard in the country. Averaged about 14 points, 4 rebounds, nearly 3 assists last year. Scored 32 points on Christmas Day when they beat DePaul. He is a dude you've got to absolutely take stock of. But it's not just those two, okay? Here's the thing. They have one of the best transfers in the portal that went to Creighton. What happened? 2 big players off of last year's team left. Point guard, power forward. Doesn't matter. Stephen Ashworth, this kid from Utah State who's transferred in, senior, yes, please. This kid's a playmaker. Everything I've heard at 6'1", this kid's going to light it up from 3. This is an awesome addition for the Creighton Blue Jays for this kid to come in. They've got guys who should take step forward. I love the fact that Josiah Doltzler is a freshman. I mean, I know his dad. Like, this is how old I am right now, is that when I was doing pregame shows, Josh Doltzler, his dad, was playing basketball. So I think this is his dad. Hold on, let me make sure. Maybe his cousin. Hold on, it's the Dolster family. It doesn't say his brother Josh. Oh, it's his brother. Okay, I thought it was his son. It's his brother. I'm not that old. That's good. He's the youngest of 14 kids. 14 kids. Who has 14 kids? 14 kids is nuts. 14 kids for Ron and Twainy Doltzler. Josh, where is Josh in that pecking order? But I'm so psyched there's a Doltzler back playing for the Creighton Blue Jays. It's phenomenal, but he's a freshman. He won't play that much. Baylor Shireman is back. Baylor Shireman's back. He took his COVID year. He's back. This kid is, how old is Baylor now? He's 6'7", 205 pounds. He may be 24. This kid's not young. They didn't put his age on there. Okay. But, he started playing college basketball in 2019, to give you an idea here, okay? He's been playing for a while here. We're going to go all the way to 2024 for him to go ahead and jump in with that. But he could have played better than he did last year. He had a good year, not a great year, okay? He's back. Frederick King is back for this team. Mason Miller should help with the bench. That's the son of Mike Miller. Should help with the bench. Look, I'm a Creighton Blue Jay guy. I am 100% all in on this team. I can't wait to see. Jason Grange could be a nice addition too for this kid, 6'8", kid out of Omaha. That's really a highly touted kid who come in and get minutes here for the Jays. They have a great mix of young and old, size and speed, 3-point shooting, and back to the basket. Kalkbrenner's the key to the whole thing. Keep him healthy. Jays could have their first Final Four team. First time in school history, back-to-back, top 10 teams, preseason, AP poll. Jays are in the top 10, okay? Draw matters, health matters, but first bet, college basketball, Creighton Blue Jays, 30-1. One unit, I'm betting more than that, okay? I've already bet multiple units on this. I'm going to be sprinkling, but officially, I'm going to take you guys along with here as we build the portfolio for college basketball heading to March, okay? Throughout the year, we're going to jump on different college basketball futures. I'm not sure how much money I'm going to commit to this exactly, but unit-wise, officially, we'll do one-unit bets just to kind of show you how to build a portfolio in college basketball. Again, either do it all or don't do it at all, okay? Don't pop in and get confused. Say, wait, I bet this and didn't bet that. You got to bet it all. If you want to come with on this journey, you got to bet it all. First bet, Creighton Blue Jays, 30-1. Win it all here in college basketball. Okay, to Friday night football. BC's at Syracuse. BC's catching 3 points. Am I actually going to lay points with Syracuse? Absolutely not. The total is 50.5. I lean towards the under, but BC is 6-1 to the over this year. BC doesn't play under games. They play over games. BC's offense, not bad. BC almost beat Florida State, which is crazy because they're 3-5 ATS. They lost by 2 to Florida State at home as 25-point dogs. Now, they've won 4 games in a row. Virginia, Army, Georgia Tech, Connecticut. They've only covered 2 of those 4 games, but they've won 4 games in a row. The exact opposite is going on here with Syracuse. They have lost 4 games in a row. They lost by 17 to Clemson, 33 to North Carolina, 38 to Florida State, and 28 against Vatech. They're 3-4-1 ATS on the year. They are 0-4-1 over the last 5 against the number, and they are 2-1-1 at home. But their last 2 games at home, they didn't cover. Army didn't cover. They were 13-point favorites. They won by 13. Home against Clemson, they were catching 7. They lost by 17. Syracuse sucks. There's no way in hell I'm backing Syracuse. I can't believe the number's only 3. This number should be higher in my mind, or lower in my mind. This should be a pick. It should be a pick 'em game. Boston College +3, 1.1 units. I'm taking BC. I could be dead wrong, but I'm not betting on Syracuse. Absolutely not. And Colorado State at Wyoming is a really hard game to bet, all right? I lean towards Wyoming, but I don't know. I would say I think Wyoming wins that game, and I think that they cover. I'm not in love with that, though. So I like BC better. BC, again, they're going over like crazy. Syracuse is an under team. BC's an over team. I'm just taking the points. BC +3. Finally, 2-leg moneyline parlay. So this comes from Addison, who is both a listener of the Daily Juice in the Discord channel and also with the BVB. He gave this to me on DM. Did you know that the Buffalo Sabres are 12-1-1 when they wear the red goat head, as they call it? It's a buffalo head, but it looks like a goat head jersey. They're wearing this jersey throughout the entire year. It's their alternate third jersey, red and black. They're 12-1-1 wearing those jerseys. 12-1-1 wearing those jerseys. It's quite interesting. Now, if the starting goaltenders were the guys who I would like to start, if Luukkonen was in net, if this was who I wanted, I'd bet the under in this game, okay? The total is 7. It's juiced heavily to the under, minus 135. But at home, Buffalo is 5-1 to the under at home. On the road, Philly is 2-2. I'm a little concerned about betting the under here, okay? Under 7 and laying that type of juice, just because it could fall 4-2. And I'm a little nervous about that. So I'm not in love, or it could be 4-3, and it's just a push, okay? Do we get 8 goals? I don't know. 6.5, it's heavily juiced to the over. 7, it's heavily juiced to the under. It's just a number that I'm not positive we're going to get a crazy, huge scoring game today, given what Buffalo has done at home. So I lean towards the under in this game. However, given that we've seen with Buffalo in this jersey, the 12-1-1 number, I'm going to take the Sabres on the money line. Okay, they're minus 170 favorites, okay, to win this game. So they're pretty heavy against Philadelphia. So I don't want to lay that juice. So I'm going to pair it up with the Denver Nuggets at home, laying 6 points up against the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas is undefeated. They lose for the first time this season. Why? Because Denver lost their last game on the road at the Minnesota Timberwolves. They're going to come home Friday night, home crowd. I don't know if they cover the 6 points. That number is a little bit scary, but a money line play of Denver and Buffalo is plus 116. We're betting that. 2-leg money line parlay. Nuggets money line, Sabres money line at plus 116 for 1 unit. I expect the Denver Nuggets to come home. They lost 4 games last year in the regular season at home. They lost 8 games overall. 4 in the playoffs, 4 in the regular season. I don't see Dallas going in there and beating the Denver Nuggets. Maybe they cover, but Denver money line, I think they just win the game. Denver at home, I like them to win, but we're pairing that up with the Sabres. 2-leg money line parlay for us with that. All right. So for tonight, we only have 2 units going, or 2.1 units going for tonight. BC plus 3, 1.1 units. Sabres Nuggets money line parlay, 1 unit. But then the Creighton Blue Jays to win it all. That's our first college basketball future bet of the season. More to come tomorrow, more to come Sunday. We'll get into that here for college basketball with our future bets. Good weekend of college football and NFL football coming. First weekend of the year, there are better games in the NFL than there are in college. It's rare. Haven't seen much of that, but we've got that coming up this weekend. A lot of good things coming up on Saturday for college football. Can't wait to get into that. We'll have a big card like normal on Saturday, big card like normal on Sunday. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me on socials at Sports Talk Matt each and every morning. The Daily Juice Podcast, always being brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com.